Hello, this is Michael, atheist and alcoholic. I am attending 90 AA meetings in 90 days. Nothing discussed in these videos will ever undermine the anonymity of AA. Today, meeting 76 and secular meeting. It was a hybrid Zoom meeting, so there were people in attendance live and then also people on Zoom. That was kind of cool. Only slight drawback, it was kind of difficult to hear some people that were live, but very cool way to run a meeting. The topic was a reading from the psychologist Brene Brown, who does a lot of work in addiction, and the main theme of the reading was on self-righteousness, and in particular the self-righteousness of addicts. And what a relevant fucking topic for a group of atheist alcoholics that are attempting to do AA. And a lot of the shares were about that, how they struggled with being self-righteous in early recovery, especially in the traditional meetings. Flat earthers were brought up a lot, like how the fuck do you deal with that? Being an atheist, I think a lot of us are prone to self-righteousness, being good without God. You know, why the fuck do you need a threat of eternal damnation just to do the right fucking thing? Isn't that good enough? So for me, self-righteousness, I used to be way worse, like way worse, and it's something that I've deliberately worked on to become less, less so. But it's fucking insidious. Now my tendency is to, there's like this, it's not as over the top and overt, it's like an undercurrent of self-righteousness and righteous indignation when people aren't willing to give the other side of the argument its due. And that sounds fucking stupid, and paradoxical and maybe even contradictory. But yeah, that's where I find myself now, is that when somebody's not even willing to consider the other side of the argument, regardless of what it is, there's this friction in me and like this undercurrent of judgment, that I would be better off to reduce, if that makes sense. And I was definitely guilty of it in the traditional AA meetings. And I would even beat myself up about it. I was actively trying to consider their side of the argument, but there was a lot more resistance than I would like. And in the course of early sobriety for an atheist, this is something they brought up that I brought up in early videos. This is an issue, as I assumed it was, that resistance to the religious aspects of AA can be a deal breaker for people who are not religious or atheists or agnostic. And if they're not aware of other options, they may not try at all. And that happened to a few people. I mean, obviously they eventually found other options, but it took them longer to get started in their recovery because of that fact. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you here again tomorrow.